Out of gas? Hey, I've done that more than once.
I've done that with this a couple of times.
Nice car.
Thank you very much. I've had it for about 10 years.
I've never seen it out here.
No, I passed by one here
Four gear.
about 5 years ago.
Oh my.
I saw you folks out here, but I was just...
My, anything special beside the is that 79,000 original miles?
It's, I believe it is. I've had the car for 10 years. The gentleman I
Wow.
bought it from had it for about almost 20. He was the one that did the paint on it.
So, but this is the original butternut, they call this, you know?
They called it, I believe they called it Goldwood Yellow.
Goldwood yellow.
And the original tag on the car, when I looked it up years ago, no, it used to be that light blue. But what's really ironic was, it's a clone of the car I grew up with. My mom bought a 64 Chevelle when I was 5 years old. And it was a car that we moved out to California with, Texas.
BB64.
Yeah, that's my mom's nickname. So I bought this about a year after my mom passed away. That's how it come in.
What a good son.
Actually, the 66 Chevelle is my favorite looking year since I was 10 years old, but the 64 is the one that's close to my heart.
Yeah.
And so...
Where'd you grow up at?
Mostly Azusa, Los Angeles, Hollywood, but my first 5 years were in Texas. My mom bought the car.
So you remember old Whittier Boulevard?
I didn't.
Lakewood Boulevard?
Van Nuys Boulevard.
Van Nuys Boulevard, yeah.
Where we went. So yeah, I was gonna. My mom's was the exact same, except hers was that burgundy.
Right.
But here's what tripped me out. When I was undoing all the grill and everything else, because he had this wasn't quite right.
Man, original headlights too.
But when I was undoing all the sheet metal to line it up, this is where I realized he finally realized that he had this corset port above here. When I realized and I flipped it around so everything lined up, there was the burgundy of the car color that I grew up with. So that was like,
well,
that gave me chills.
Yeah, I bet.
The original color?
Not for this car. It's the original color of my mom's car. This is out of memory. So my mom bought her Chevelle new, the only new car she ever bought, just so we can move out here from Texas. And it got beat up. We lived in apartments and carports. It got stolen. They found it in Griffith Park, the windows down in the rain.
Wow.
And then when I was 16 years old, got my driver's license in it. And I was
Air conditioning.
Fix it up, and then it got sideswiped by a Dodge Power Wagon, and it cut the corner like a can opener from the quarter panel all the way to the door jamb. And I was like, well,
Power wagons will do it.
Yeah.
So I call them power waves.
It was a real narrow street in Northeast LA, Eagle Rock, and he used to back up regularly. And so I sold the car off for $250. It was a beater. It had my mom had fixed it at Earl Scheib, and it had, a lot of mud on the fender. And
hey, back in the day, Earl Scheib was a good paint job.
yeah, $29.95.
No, you got the Upstart. There was like the cheapie, 29, and then they did one for like 59, and the one for 59 was reasonable.
We used to
59 or 49.
We learned that if you prep the car, they're really not that bad.
Right.
So we
Same
would do
thing.
our own prepping.
Yeah. The only thing is like for this, between the letters,
Yes.
they a lot of times wouldn't paint. They would just tape across. So they give you a little can, and you had to go between the letters.
Well,
we
we
learned to take the letters off.
Yeah, we stripped everything we could off. 9 times out of 10, it never got put back on.
Yeah, my mom, when she gave me her car when I was 16, she bought a used 68 MG, and I learned how to drive a stick, and I was hooked. So I've only owned the stick my whole life.
So I'm so confused. Where's the cow take?
It is an original 327, but it's not the original 327 in this car.
But it's a what's confusing is all the options.
I'm doing good. I'm blessed.
You got air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, and a 4-speed.
Yes, my mom's was an automatic. She had that big T handle.
Yeah.
My mom was always young thinking, so she had the bucket seats back when bucket seats were not common back then.
console.
Yeah, and so I was looking for a car that had the exact. It had to have the black interior. It had the, my mom's companion of 10 years had a 64 Impala at the same time, and that was the color, Goldwood yellow. That's my mom sitting in there. That's a Griffith Park. So it's like when I saw this car, there's my mom's car, then there's who I refer to as my
She looks like
stepdad.
every mom from the 60s that I know.
With the scarf and everything.
Yeah, my mom's the same way.
Park. So that's the same exact Goldwood color.
Yeah, we used to go to Griffith Park. We used to go to the trains over there.
Yes, Travel Town.
And then I used to go there and have, I just eat my lunch when I would work in LA there, and I watch them film Dukes of Hazzard there.
Holy
was it?
moly.
Dukes of Hazzard was filmed there.
Oh, really?
Some of the
Oh,
B-roll
really?
was filmed there. They roll in with a car carrier with about 8 of the
Right.
General Lees,
Right.
and then they do all the B-roll. You know, all the scenes you see running around. There was never any stars there, just cars.
Right. Well, they would have the stunt people driving the
Yeah,
General
yeah.
Lees. I don't know. I heard I read somewhere they had like 49 of those cars.
Oh God, it had to be because
they
everybody in
used
the
to trash
world.
them,
They would-
and then they would take the beaters back, and somebody would piece them back together, and then they would go out and jump them again.
The General Lee on the East Coast is like Elvis's Cadillac. I swear, if you got one of those, you are the king. You are the king.
As a kid, I liked the 68. The first year they redid the Charger. There were certain, I mean, there's certain cars from every different makes that I like. My 70 Challenger
what?
from Brand Vanishing Point is one of my favorites. And
the Chargers are good looking. I mean, Chrysler did some really nice cars, but
Little did we know.
so did Chevy, and I'm kind of a Chevy guy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be above buying like a 68 Barracuda and wanting to put a 383 or a 440 in it. I'd drive it. I'd be real happy with that.
by the way, my name is Philip.
Philip. We do
Randy.
this here.
Hey.
I'm Mark.
Mark?
We can do this.
Okay.
I'm feeling brave today.
Oh man, come on, you ruined it. We had a thing going, man.
Oh hell, some of the guys are doing the chicken wing.
But Mark, I was telling Randy earlier, the 66 Chevelle's been my favorite body style since I was 10 years old, but this is the one that's...
They always had, that year of Chevelle had the best roof line in,
Yeah,
in all
the
of
first
them.
year at the reset window,
Right,
best
right.
looking grill, because when they came out the next year, they just had that flat sheet metal grill that, and I liked that they didn't care about the safety thing, where the
I
66 had the tail lights tucked in where you couldn't see from the side profile. You know, you just had a blank.
I had a 68, 69, and a 70, and the 70 to me was the best looking grill.
For,
But the pre 68 Chevelles I really liked a lot. So
See, and the 70
I don't
to
know,
me,
Chevelle and Barracuda and Dodge Dart and a lot of them really look good in that period from maybe 65 to like 70 or something.
Yeah.
Some years better than others, but there was just a lot of good looking cars.
But what I like to see on these cars is the colors they were, you know, because you don't see those colors today.
no,
It's
every
all
car's white or silver
metallic.
nowadays.
It's,
It's very
now
common, yeah.
now it's all the mud colors, the concrete colors, and like that. You know,
And those are solid colors.
right? It's black.
I'm stuck on shiny metallic.
And by the way, I think the 70 Chevelle, that grill is the best looking grill for the El Camino.
Yeah, it is.
That's my favorite El Camino.
That's what I
Just
had,
that.
the El Camino
yeah.
SS454.
It's just that grill just seems to go with the bed or the whole, you know.
So you really think that's original miles, huh?
I believe it is. The gentleman I bought it from, his name was Ray Dowell. He had 4 cars. He was selling them all at one time. A 58 Chevrolet, a 57, a 65 Chevelle. He had a garage up above in Redlands, up on a bluff. You couldn't believe the view from the garage. I mean, the view from the house, the view from the garage. And he was selling them all at once, but he was methodical. He had them all over the years, over the decades.
He had the paperwork on them, huh?
Right.
So I used to have these. I got 3 of those. Those are my company cars back in the day. And so I was going to take the 81s or 82 with the dual headlights and make it a clone 70 SS. And so I'm out